Hello, everybody. Welcome on into the Dungeon Lounge. It is me, Elizabeth. Let me know if everything's coming through okay. It's just me today. Sasha's busy doing Canada stuff, so it's just me. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's holding up okay. It's hot again here. Hello, Teacup. Hello, Tater, who I saw lurking. Hello, Raya Scar. And hello, Silver Knight. Oh, I'm sorry that you woke up feeling allergic to Alive. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we're going to work on the tree block. Yes, Blockguard. I hear you. I hear you. Like, I've got the AC running and it does not feel like enough. But we're going to distract ourselves with painting. All right, so we have our tree. It's part painted. I got to finish painting it. And then I got to get this lantern attached in once we get that. And then I have to paint that too. And then we have to add, and then, according to the instructions, after all that, we have to add the foliage. The foliage. So, busy tree day. Okay. I hope everyone's doing okay. It's Canada Day here in Canada, but you don't have to be Canadian to celebrate. You can celebrate if you want. I won't tell anyone. Okay, so it looks like there's some paint left in here. We'll see how much this holds up. The sad thing I find about like taking breaks from this stuff is that I start like looking. It's like, oh, I missed this spot. I missed this spot. I missed this spot and that spot. Oh, and that spot. And it's like, oh god, I've missed so many spots. Yeah, go Canada. Yes, US's Freedom Day, or whatever you want to call it, is on July the 4th. Canada celebrates our Independence Day on July the 1st. Because we like to have our holidays before the United States. We like to beat them to it. Ooh, yeah. Don't log into work on Friday. I'm also taking Friday off, not because I celebrate Freedom Day, because again, Canadian, but Saturday is my brother-in-law is having a big birthday, and I gotta go and I gotta get ready to, do all the stuff that I can't normally do on Friday that I would normally do on Saturday for the occasion of my brother-in-law's birthday. We're going on a distillery tour. So if it gladdens your heart at all, sometime on Saturday, there'll be a slightly inebriated banshee, probably giggling somewhere, because that's what happens. I start finding things funny. A distillery tour, yeah. We're going to the distillery district. No, you can't come to. You don't know who my brother-in-law is. It's his birthday. I'm not gonna be like, hello, brother-in-law, this is a random internet person I found. Please invite him to your birthday. I'm gonna be like, no. I am not in control of the guest list, my sister is. The present is not the point, Tater. The point is that it's not for me, it's for my brother-in-law, to be specific. It's his birthday. Is Mr. Brother-in-law nice? He is chill. My sister, and I'm going to say this with all the love in the world that I have for her, is an anal retentive bitch. Again, I say that with all the love in the world. But generally speaking, anyone who can tolerate being in a relationship with my sister for any length of time has to be pretty much chill. Oh yeah. Fair enough. It's actually my first time going on a distillery tour. I have never been on one. Oh, anal. I said anal. 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 Yeah, you slightly misheard that, probably just because I mispronounced it. Pipes with the booze in them. That is also true. Yeah, I thought it was air shows. Well, Feral Beast, are you already going to make your cameo? You were having a very bad case of the zoomies not long ago. Hello? Hi! Here, do I need to make room for you? Yes. There you go. There you go. Good girl. Let me just... There she is. You know what Y2K is? Yes, I do know what Y2K is. Please say hello to Feral Beast. Please wish Feral Beast a happy Canada Day. She's a Canadian kitty. Yeah, right. You're Canadian kitty. You're Canadian meow meow. What is it? What is it? Okay. So Y2K was an overhyped potential computer catastrophe that was supposed to happen in the year of our Lord 2000. There was a concern.
You're so cute. Yes, you are, kitty.
It was a legitimate concern that a lot of computers were not designed to go past 19. Like they had the years were not set to go above 1999 because the 1 and 9 were kind of like hard coded. Because when early computers were built, like 2000 seemed like a very far away problem, and so the concern. Oh, baby, no. I'm telling a story. So the concern was that the computers wouldn't be able to handle going to 2000 and would go back to 1900 instead. And the result would be a bunch of like banking and a whole bunch of computer systems would start failing because they're like 1900 makes no sense. My understanding is it didn't end up nearly as bad as they thought it would because the tech people saw the problem coming and accommodated for it and took care of it. So it didn't end up being the catastrophe they thought it was. Unlike, CrowdStrike, which happened like last year, and that was a lot worse. Woo! Yeah. The actual Y2K event is the supposed, but like Y2K is also just shorthand for 2000. The year of our Lord 2000. You guess year 2000. K is the Latin for 1000. Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately the thing is that you had people like probably staying up. The reason why it probably passed largely unremarked on despite all the catastrophizing was that you had a lot of people in the background doing very hard work, which unfortunately didn't happen when it came to CrowdStrike. What's that thing that happened last year? CrowdStrike? So basically CrowdStrike, if I understand correctly, and Tater may correct me on this because he's more of a tech person than I am. CrowdStrike's like a verification software. And part of how the software works is that it accesses basically what is called like, I don't know the exact term, but it basically has access to your computer's core as part of that verification. So that's like the core of Windows. And not a lot of programs have access to this, but CrowdStrike did. CrowdStrike put out a shitty patch. And basically that caused Windows to fail to boot because the bug went right down to the core. And they had to fix that. And basically, because of the amount of systems that used CrowdStrike as a verification tool, it basically crippled a whole bunch of stuff until they were able to roll back the patch. And it was hard to roll back the patch because it was right in the core of Windows. So you couldn't just put out an internet patch because the computers can't even boot up. So you basically had to have people running around getting the solution from something that is functioning and then implementing it on the affected system. So it was a bit of a sucky wucky and nobody liked it. So the moral of the story is here, testing is important. You test your shit before you publish it. And you test it rigorously. And even if you think something is an edge case or like not, whatever. No, it's not. Y2K can be a shorthand for certain types of fashion in the year of our Lord 2000, but the actual event was a computer failure. Or a supposed computer failure didn't end up happening. Because I know like a lot of like people in that time period, like it was just Y2K became the shorthand for saying 2000. Don't know why. Yeah, basically, running around like with USB boot drives to force the patch in. The moral of the story here is you test your shit. And then when you're done testing, you fucking test it again. Especially given the level of access that program had. You can't assume nothing. Oh yeah, I was debating doing some dry brushing on this. Because I like to do little painty things. I'm confused. What are you confused about? Tell me where you're confused so I may try my best to figure it. Why are you feeling dumb? Don't worry about it. Like, again, Y2K largely passed without much fanfare. For most people, it's just another day. Lots of really cringy New Year's parties, for the most part, wearing really ugly sunglasses. And everyone's like, it's the new millennium. Oh my God. Or, you know, if you were really into Will Smith, the new Willennium. And then you cringe now when you think about Will Smith's done now. Wop, wop. Well, no. I've heard mixed things about Opera GX, but honestly, use whatever works for you. Speaking of security, more. Ooh, cool. I personally use Firefox. Except for work. Work requires me to use Chrome, and I die a little. Chrome. Why is everyone getting a +1? I'm all down for the +1s, but I wonder what the +1s are for. Is it a +1 of ogre slaying? Ah, thumbs up. Okay. Everywhere I look, I'm like, oh, I think I'm done. And then it's like, I find more green. I find more green. Why? Why? Opera is something like in the same level as like Chrome, Firefox, and all that stuff. It's a web browser. Aside from that, I believe he's talking about techie computer stuff. The +1 is apparently approval for use of Opera. Why is the UI called? Why is that web browser called Opera? He was asking over fashion. I don't know shit about fashion. The things I know about fashion is if I think a skirt is pretty. So the fashion of early 2000 was garbage. And I say that with all the love in the world, but I hated the pants from that era. Because, what's the best way to put it? The pants were all like very low hanging, both for ladies and dudes, and I didn't like it. They were like the waist of a lot of pants from early 2000s sat around the hips, which I found very frustrating because one, I have large hips, so finding a pair of pants that fit over my hips inevitably meant I was going a few sizes up than I wanted, which frustrated me very much, and I didn't like it. The other thing was because everyone's pants were so goddamn low, all I saw was everyone's undie pants. I don't want to see your fucking undie pants. Okay? No. Your undie pants are not for me to see. But yes, skirts and a hime cut, that sounds lovely. Yeah, the ultra low right. God. And like, good luck trying to find something that wasn't that style. Ugh. I mean, I guess so. Yes. Skirts in summer are lovely. What was I looking for? Paint. I need more paint. I need more paint. There we go. More paint. I ran out of the actual brown, so I've been using my own brown. Womp womp. Wear skirts. Just tell him it's a kilt. Tell him you're being Scottish. I believe that the not allowed, I believe he is required to subscribe to gender norms. Again, go for a kilt. Kilts are manly. The wrestler Drew McIntyre wears a skirt when he's out wrestling in his kilt, and I wouldn't dare call that man not manly. He'll punch me. And then I'll be sad because I've been punched in the face. Yeah, well, that's awful, Blackguard. Again, I maintain kilt, but honestly, yes, do what keeps you safe first. You're not supposed to wear only the kilt, though, no. Ooh. Ugh, that does sound really uncomfortable, Teacup. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Unfortunately. It is very frustrating that people care so much about what other clothing people wear. Like, I'll be honest, as long as you're covering this, as long as you're not, like, you know, running around naked, wear whatever fuck you want. Unless you're going to a fashion show, in which case I will 100% judge you. I will quietly, you know, go through like the gallery of the Met Ball and be like, oh man, look at that fucking pair of pants. That's so stupid. But that's like from a sense of like, I don't think that those things, the combination of clothes does not work together. Not from the sense of you can't wear that. I am judging the composition. Sure, Google it. Wait, why not naked? Because it's rude to go around naked. Listen, I don't want to see everyone's dicks. And you'd be like, oh no, you're just a prude. Yes, I am. Also, put your dick away. There you go. The end. This is a weird conversation topic that we've taken. Okay, well, what you do in your home, in your privacy of your own home is, yes, that is your business, and I don't have to see it. But if you're going outside to get a donut, you put some fucking pants on. Or at very least, a very, very long shirt. A nightie, if you will. But yes, what you do in your own home is none of my business. Why do I keep finding green? Yeah, I know what you mean. I have a cloth chair, thankfully, so I don't have stickiness as a concern to worry about, but I have had to deal with that sometimes, which is very frustrating. Yeah. I bet you would look good in a Hime cut, Blackguard. It's a very flattering cut, I think, for a lot of people. Though it's probably a bitch to maintain because it's very straight and precise. I don't have bangs anymore. As you can see, my hair is all just floppy floo. Bobo was a weird fight. There are weirder fights in that game, but that one is also just weird. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be fussing too much about this because, like, I am going to eventually be covering all this with foliage. So I probably don't need to be perfect about this. Speaking about anal retentive, it's like my sister got it. It's like me and my sister got it from somewhere. Why does it look like Grandma's shirt? What's wrong with Grandma's shirt? Why are you insulting Grandma's shirt? Okay. I had a very dumb moment just for a second there. I was like painting and I'm like, hey, where'd Feral Beast go? And it's like, she was on my lap, but I don't recall her leaving. I think the summary here is that sitting in any chair for a long period of time during summer can ultimately suck unless you're in a nice cool room, like super cool. It's true. Why can't we be comfy? Why can't we be comfy? Sorry, I have to paint the tree's armpit. Okay. Now the question is, do I want to do a little bit of the dry brushy? I could do it. I could experiment. Let's experiment. I did realize though I don't have a brush for dry brushing. I mean, this brush could probably do it, but I shouldn't be using it to dry brush when it's doing other brushing. All right. So for the dry brushing, I'm going to use some of this red. What is it made of? The shirt? Oh, I don't know. Go to your meeting, Tater. Be a responsible adult. Haha. Okay, that's pretty red. I don't know if I like that. That's a little weird. Yeah, never mind. No dry brushing. I take it back. Blech. Okay. So I gotta get this lamp in. So I have to pick where I want the lantern to be. Where do they recommend? Oh, excuse me. Excuse. Okay. Yeah, I would say that's accurate for Everhood. Even more so in the first game. Ah. Oh no, fire. How dare you? So many things that these things get stuck on. Okay. Okay, in here. There. Okay, so we gotta put some glue down, and then we gotta wind this around. I have to. Okay. This is very complicated. You want my music list? Well, I mean, you can write down the songs I'm listening to and then build it. I don't know if you have access to Spotify or other such service. What's the song? It's by a band called Chaka Ponk. They're French, and the song's called Party. Say hello to Feral Beast. She's back. She's here to cause a problem. Isn't that right, baby? Here, I will. Feral Beast, say hello to everybody. Wish them a happy Canada Day. Please don't eat my tree. Say hello. Say hello. No. I'm gonna sit down. She's gonna get snuggy. No, she's not allowed to eat the tree. I've had a very long time working on the tree. She may not eat it. No, 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 no. But say hi. Say hello. I'm just gonna put this down for a second. Give the Kiki some love. I gave you treats before we started. Wasn't that enough? No. No. Hi. Hello, Pied. Happy Canada Day. Say hello to Feral Beast and wish her a happy Canada Day. She is the most Canadian Feral Beast. Want to dance? He's like, what are you doing? This reminds me of Twisted Sister. Maybe. I don't know. It's French. They are a Francais band. But they do a lot of their songs in English for some reason. That's fair. Hey, yo. Yeah. Oh, you're just going, yes. The chin. Scratch the chin, mother. Here's my floor. Don't judge my floor. Yeah. You good? You good? You need toothpick. Not for Feral Beast, it's for the glue. Yo. Can I do a little work on my model? Is that permitted? May I? May I? That's what Canada Day celebrates. Yes, but no. It is Canada's Independence Day, but it's specifically the signing. Canada Day celebrates the signing of our Constitution and articles that basically permitted us to separate from England as a colony. The big difference between Canada and the U.S. is that Canada had its war to separate from the British colonies. Oh, yeah. They had a war to separate from the colonies. And in the case of Canada, we left the British colonies through a series of deals and negotiations, and very much kind of like by degrees. It wasn't a big bloody fight. We just asked politely and we got to go. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's telling for both American and Canadian history. The American history very much starts with the idea of a war that they fought for independence, that they had to take it. Where Canada's, the start of our independence or what have you, or like full removal from being a British colony, was sending a letter to Britain saying, can we leave? And they're like, yeah, fine. So, yeah. The big thing is, my understanding is like the big turning points were World War I and World War II. Canada participated in both wars, but participated in both wars as a British colony, not as a separate country. Though they were recognized as separate, like you could tell which troops were Canadian versus which ones are British, for example. But the kind of feeling after the war was that Canada wanted to be able to determine its own, I don't say its own destiny, but it was very much a case of, yes, we supported the aims of World War I and World War II. We had no regrets about coming into the war when Britain went into the war, but ultimately we wanted to be able to make that decision 100% ourselves. We wanted to be treated as an independent nation. And that's where a lot of that stuff comes from. Though Canada Day itself doesn't it celebrates more the Articles of Confederation, which made Canada what it is, which is the main provinces from British Columbia to the Maritimes, which still occurred while we were a British colony. For the last part of our independence, because like there's a parts that, unfortunately, it's been a very long time since I did Canadian history, but it very much happened in degrees, where it was like full independence more or less occurred after World War II, which is where like the last kind of ties were finally cut. But it was happening by degrees before then, because like we got our Articles of Confederation like way back in the 1800s, but we're still operating as a British colony. Like it was a very like there was a very much periods where it was like we were a colony in name only. We were functionally operating independently. Yeah, we weaned off very much. We don't, the joke is in Canadian politics, we don't do any sudden moves. We are not known for that. And that largely has to go down to the fact that everything we have done has been very gradual. We didn't just, we're independent, fuck everybody else. It was, well, first, can we do this? Okay, can we do this? Can we do this? We made this constitution. Do you mind approving it? Like, it was very by inches. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about things I don't know enough about, because I'm sure there's some Canadian history buff out listening to me talking going, dear Lord, this woman. I don't mean it to be like I'm getting everything wrong, but I'm probably getting a lot of stuff not accurate. So anyways, let's glue this lantern onto this tree. I just need to wait for this glue. Oh no, the glue's at the bottom. Yeah, it is one of those things where you can kind of see a lot of like national identities form based on how you got how the nation founded, kind of sets the tone, I guess is the best way to put it. Come on. There we go. One lamp. Ah. One lamp on a tree. Yeah, I would say for the most part, I'm proud to be Canadian. I mean, I'm not going to say Canada gets everything right 100% of the time. History on Indigenous people. But we're doing our best. Another. Yeah. So the reason why you hear the joke about Joan start a war with Canadians is, so in World War I, Canada developed a lot of very bad habits. There was a lot of, among the European countries, I would say, handshake agreements about things not to do to each other. Canada was like, fuck, we didn't sign any of those handshake agreements. Bombs. I remember the big one being a bunch of the countries agreed to like a temporary, like, I don't want to say like a ceasefire, but it was like, oh, there's some problems going on. No orders from headcat, there's no orders coming or something like that. And the other countries just kind of like, oh, we'll sit down, we'll have cigars together. Meanwhile, Canada started fucking like lobbing bombs into trenches, being like, well, let's get some shit done. I want to go home. Right? It's like, we're across the ocean. This war is boring. Or not boring. I don't want to be here. I want to go home. So the joke I've also heard is that Canada has never committed any war crimes because it wasn't a war crime when Canada did it. They put it in the Geneva Accords after we did it. Oops. So yeah, it's legal once before it becomes a war crime. There you go. You got it, Pied. So yeah, it ain't war crime the first time. I wouldn't say uncomfortably polite. I don't know. I mean, all right. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to wind this wire. I'm gonna have to paint it. All right, gotta be careful here. This is what I knew was gonna happen. This thing does not want to. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna try and feed this wire around a couple times. Both wires, please. Both wires, please. My fingies. Why is my fingies not fingying? Okay, there we go. Wires, please. Wires. Okay. We also burnt down the White House one time. Again, wasn't a war crime yet to do that, so also was funny.
I don't know how many people are familiar with the idea of something called manifest destiny, which in the ye old history books was the idea that USA is the only country that knows the besties, and its destiny is to absorb all the other countries of North America so they can, guide us benevolently because we're too stupid or something. Anyways, so they were like, under that idea of manifest destiny, they were like, we should take over Canada and Mexico. And they started off with Canada, and the whole big thing was that, therefore we're British colony, just like we are. They're going to want to join us. They're going to welcome us with open arms. That isn't what happened. We got really mad. And we were like, don't fucking touch us. No consent. No consent given. It's a level of badges. Yeah, we burned it down. Yeah, we wrote a song about it. It was in 1812. The moral of the story is there is a point at which Canada cannot be pushed past, and apparently when we will retaliate very badly. And we'll burn your White House down. Don't make us come up there. When was this in? 1812. Down, down, down. We're the ones that did it. We wrote a song about it. Big thing that my understanding, I know World War I, Canadians were very big on using shovels because you were using shovels to dig out trenches, but the shovels were also quite pointy, and you could use them to do some, not 1812 Overture. That's a different song. I'm sure if you just Google Canadians burning down White House, you'll find it. I'm not going to worry too much about it. All right. I got the wire winded. Heyo. So next step is to paint it. Paint the wire a good old brownie color. So we're just going to put that down. No, you go here. And then I'm going to put the lid back on this because I'm going to not use this for something. This is trying to, yeah. Well, let's put it this way. Why would the American schools want to teach about the time that they started a war with Canada and then basically got told get the fuck out and didn't win? There's the lens of history is an interesting thing when you think about it. History is told from the perspective of those who won and from the perspective of where you live. Like, my knowledge of European politics is garbage. Why? Because I live in Canada. We don't tend to teach it, except as it relates to the colonization of Canada. Right? So it's important to keep the lens of bias in mind when learning about history. Oh no, keyboard. Yeah. It's sometimes it's just hard to get access to that information, because again, and there's like some stuff where it's like good luck trying to get any information. Like a lot of Indigenous stuff was oral history, so it's like good luck finding that information now. Some of it's just fucking gone, which is no fair. Down, down, down. Where the ones that did it? You know what? In honor of Canada and Anna Day, I'm going to see if I can find the Burning White House Down song, and we can play it. Hey, Spotify. One moment, please. Moment. I'm gonna try that. That didn't help. Burn. No, that's not how you spell it. Burn. No. Burn White House down. Come on. No, not burn a. I burn in. Is it this it? Is this it? Okay, this might be it. I might be wrong. No, this isn't it. This might be it. History. This isn't quite the song I was thinking of, but this one's still good. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Colonization has done a lot of damage to a lot of people who receive on the receiving end of colonization. I'm going to just quickly check something. Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie. Oh, well, apparently that's the name of the band. Let's see if I can find them. Doesn't look like it's on Spotify. That's too bad. You go search for it. I would say this is very big thing. Okay, this is bad. Where's our Canadian history songs on Spotify? Spotify, please correct this immediately. This is why we're having a digital sales tax. I missed a bunch of chat stuff. I got distracted. Let me catch up. Yeah, learning things is fun. I am always down to learn some more things. Oh, I just noticed. I hate it when I notice, like, it's like, oh, I think I'm done painting. And it's like, oh, okay, we're ready to move on. And then it's like, I look and it's like, nope, you're not done painting. You missed a spot. You missed a spot. Okay. I must stop. Also, I'm getting paint on my fingies. Okay. Right, we're moving on to the foliage stage. Book, please tell me your wisdom. What do we do now? Okay, so next we have to put on Artemisia Geraldi. Artemisia Geraldi. Okay. I understand. Okay. So we can put the paints over here because we're done with them for now. Get the speck of dust out of my eye. I have a weird assignment I need to work on. I have to make a kind of presentation where certain things need 10 lines that last 20 seconds. Oh, like voice lines? Okay. So this is the Artesima, or whatever. And we're supposed to, okay. So I know the kit came with glue, but we're going to move over to what I called my cheat glue, because I think the other glue is going to be too annoying for this task. And that's going to be, we're switching to this really old janky glue gun that I have. So I'm going to plug it in to get it warmed up. Ugh. And we're going to do glue gunning instead. And we're just going to glue gun on the little bits of flourness rather than, okay, and then we can just put the glue gun here. When in doubt, glue gun. Like, glue gun isn't always a solution. Glue gun isn't good with certain materials, but I think for like wire and this like flower stuff, it should do just fine. Oh. Things I refuse to record my voice for assignments. Oh no. Yeah, that doesn't seem fair that they're like, you must use your voice. All right, so it's this stuff that we gotta put on the tree in different strategic locations. Where do they kind of, let me look at it. Oh, glue gun, no. The job is to stay upright. There we go. Okay, so it looks like they just want to you just kind of spitter smatter it in various artistic places. Spitter smatter. Kind of look at the front. Okay. Just pick places, stick it on. Don't worry about it. Sounds good. I can do that. Find places, stick on, don't worry about it. I can do that. I need scissors for this, I think. There we go. Yeah, let my heart decide where it goes. Well, I'll definitely put some to cover up this wire on the back here. This is what I feel like the purpose of these flowers is. Cover your mistakes. That's what I'm going to do. Cover my mistake. Are you warm yet? Nope, not yet. This is the danger of using glue gun. Is it warm yet? You just put. Did I play? Flora played Lies of P. I've never played it. The closest I've done is play Bloodborne. Nah. I play Bloodborne and I'm playing Elden Ring with Flora on Sundays, but I do not. Yeah. That is very unfortunate. I mean, I suspect at some point they'll probably patch things up or figure it up, but I don't know. It won't be any time. It'll probably be a little while before any of that stuff happens. Okay, are you glue gunny yet? Oh yeah, you're glue gunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or rather, I think they agree in the politics. The problem is that one of them said it out loud and the other one had to basically be like, oh no, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am. I mean, I honestly I don't remember offhand what the statement was or wasn't that got them in trouble. I'm sure it was political. Which I mean, shock and surprise, tenacious D is slightly political. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Pied. Have a great rest of your day and happy Independence Day on July 4th if I don't see you before then. Well, this came before Portal. This is No Doubt. So this is actually Gwen Stefani before she became a massive bitch. Hee hee. Canadiana Day. Thank you. Gwen, she was one of the judges on The Voice, the girl one. Yeah, I'm excited about Expedition. We're gonna go fight some Axons, which I'm sure aren't symbolic of anything. Because nothing in that game is symbolic, I'm sure. Okay. Nope. Stick. You tell it's. I've already deadened my fingers to the use of glue gun. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Stick your finger in there. It's hot glue. Who cares? Safety tip: don't do what I do. Don't stick your fingies in hot glue unless you have deadened fingers from years of crafting. I have one thing I forgot I don't like about glue guns is all the little gluey threads. Blech. All right. There we go. A nice little doobly doo. I love the glue got there. Too much glue. I can fix that. Where I heard Clair Obscure. It is a video game that came out April, I would say. Ooh, oh, ow, several night. Yeah. Oh, that sounds bad. Having a glue gun on your. Oh, oof, ouch. But yeah, it's a video game that came out relatively recently. I have been playing it on stream, and I greatly enjoy it. It's very French. Also made me cry. There's feelings. That's okay. Clair obscur, technically also clair obscur is an art term. It is, if you're familiar with the art technique of chiaroscuro, which is the use of light and shadow, in French, that technique is called clair obscur. So it is not a unique word to that video game. But yeah, prepare for emotional damage. Would you like some emotional damage? Yeah. Their fancy pastries, their fancy paintings. Yeah. All right. Hello, it is Glue Gun Day. Hello, Grim. How are you? Where do I put this piece? Oh, I can put it over here. Ah, nope, not that way. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that you're. Oh, wait, that did not glue down well. Oh no, we're gonna have to redo that. I'm sorry. Do that again. Oh, I took the paint. The glue gun took the paint. Oh, no. Sticky. Okay, it doesn't want to stick. Why you don't want to stick? Okay, that kind of worked, but it kind of also didn't. Oh god, that looks awful. Okay. No. I'm keep taking paint off. Okay, we're just gonna put a different piece there. That piece isn't working. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want you. Get back in your bag. There we go. It can be. I mean, I'm more experienced working with glue guns than I am with the other glue. It's too much.
That is too much.
Oh, fuck this song. Lol, this song. Okay. This song's ironic. I want you to know that right now, chat. This is ironic. It was written to be funny. But it's a lot to explain why it's funny, so just you have to trust me on this. Oh, that's a little bit ugly, but you know what? We'll cover that up with the flower and it'll be fine.
Let's cover it up with a flower.
So, okay. Do you remember a game from the early 2000s called Brutal Legend? It also featured Jack Black. And it was by Double Fine. And it was about like this whole like world of heavy metal. The isekai event is that this song sucked so bad that when Jack Black's character heard it, he was transported to the world of heavy metal because this song sucked so bad. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne's in it. 100%. But yeah, so the moral of the story is this song sucks. And it's supposed to suck.
Oh, hello, Wenner. Thank you very much for the resub.
How are you this fine Canana day? Which I know you don't live in Canada, so. But anyways, the song was supposed to be a joke about new metal. Because at that time, that joke would have been relevant. How are you surviving in this heat today, Lenneth? Barely. Oh, yeah. The remix, oh no. Yeah, oh, the 43 doesn't. Well, I mean, it's still a competently put together song, but it's supposed to be like. The song is supposed to be grating to anyone who's a metalhead. I think that's the best way to put it. That prior song, Cabbage Patch Kid, or Cabbage Boys, Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh, that's a different thing. Hee hee.
Who had a Cabbage Patch Kid?
Maybe. Star-Lord was voiced by Master Chief. What? Oh, before the movies came out. Yeah. I don't know enough about the Guardians of the Galaxy. They were very much like my growing up knowledge of Marvel was X-Men. And a little bit of Fantastic Four, but only when Doctor Doom was voiced by Simon Templeton. That's the only Doctor Doom I recognize. Robert Downey Jr. is not my Doctor Doom. It's an attention getting idea. Like ultimately the whole thing with the MCU, like they keep trying to recreate the Endgame Infinity War days, and those days ain't coming back. And it's like they maybe need to take some time to like do some rebuilding years, but nah. We'll just pay Robert Downey Jr. a shit ton of money to come back as Doctor Doom. I'm not gonna say he's doing a bad job or anything. It's just not my Doom. Not my Doom. Not my Doomy Doom. I need more. Dementia. X-Men are good, yeah. I think of a lot of the Marvel concepts, X-Men and the idea of mutants is the easiest. Oh, that's nice. Nope. Get in there. Aha, got in there. The Fantastic Four for me works as long as I try and think of it as like the idea is it's essentially a family drama. Yeah. Like I think the thing with like any like both DC and Marvel, like any of the comic books is like essentially there is someone for everyone. Not every hero is meant for me or for you. We're all supposed to have our favorites. And I mean there's some that are just do have some universal appeal, like Spider-Man is pretty universally liked and things like that, but it's, you know, then they'll have like the ones you absolutely go to bat for. Like I'll say like, say for instance, for me, one Marvel superhero that I never really got was Hulk. I don't get the idea of like, wow, this man just has a temper problem. Great. That's not my, you know, I don't get it. But for other people, I know people where it's like, no, the idea of the Hulk really resonates with me. And it's like, okay. And I'm sure if I were to list out some of my favorite Marvel characters, people would go like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that character just makes no sense. So, I recognize the Hulk is not for me. Flowers. 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 Yeah, he's like, it's like, congratulations, your power is being angry and scaring the crap out of people. I wouldn't say that I'm not gonna say I don't have stress. I'm not a stress-free person by any means, but do I feel like an empowered, like angry green radiated Hulk that I can smash cars? No, I don't. I just cry. I cry. Sometimes I may just be real beta today. Magneto was always drafted in mind being pretty sympathetic. I don't think Don Doom, like, I always had the impression is that he is what I would call a very good lawful evil villain. He operates by his very specific code and his very specific rules. And if you operate within those rules, great, lovely. But he's also going to be kind of shitty. Grim Reaper cheeks. I suspect they were like, we don't want to have the reason that this guy's collecting Infinity Stones is to, reason to essentially is impress the manifestation of death, who might sometimes be a hot lady. But I understand they were trying to like make the whole idea that, like he's just conflicted. He seriously is trying to do right. He just wants to do right by the universe. And there's too much stuff in the universe. But I mean, ultimately, a lot of the argument falls flat. Like, why is there scarcity on Earth? Because we're billionaires. Let's be clear, because we're billionaires. The thing is, ultimately, and I think a lot of people miss it, is Thanos is ultimately a hypocrite. He's okay with paying he's okay with all these costs and shit like that, as long as he's not the one paying them. And like, you could be like, oh, well, he sacrificed Gamora. And it's like, and he felt really bad about it. And I'll be honest, that kind of part of the movie kind of stuck for me, because I would have preferred. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of setup for movies that no one may be watching. So the whole idea to get one of the Infinity Stones, the Soul Stone, is that you have to sacrifice, like physically sacrifice, like person got to be dead, a person you love, in order to receive the Soul Stone. So when that clause was revealed to Thanos, a adoptive daughter that he had with him, because he had a habit of kidnapping girls from planets that he decimated, being like, oh, I like this one. I'm going to keep this one and train it to be my personal attack dog. Anyway, so one of these personal attack dogs was a girl named Gamora. And she was always presented as being the favorite of Thanos, but she broke away from him because, heroics and all that shit. So they get to this planet, they hear the rules about how you have to sacrifice a person you love to get the Soul Stone. And Gamora's like, ha, you don't love a goddamn thing. You can't get this stone. Ha. And he turns around and he has this sad puppy face. He's like, and then she's like, no. Like, don't you fucking say that you love me. You've been an abusive shit all my life. Don't you fucking dare. He throws her over the cliff. She dies. He gets his fucking Soul Stone. And I would have preferred that scene, that he threw her over the cliff and he didn't get a damn thing. That would have been my preferred way for him to go through that arc. I don't think he should have gotten the Soul Stone for being abusive to a girl for her entire life and then being like, oh, it was love. Anyway, Bruno Mars time. It does. There's ways you could have done it. You could have had, because the thing is, once the Soul Stone is in play, you could have had, you could have had him take it, because like it happened in Endgame. In Endgame, they kind of did a rehash of that sequence with two different characters getting the Soul Stone, and it was Hawkeye and Black Widow, and in this case, Black Widow died. And yes, that was they legitimately loved and cared for each other. So yes, the Soul Stone was obtained. And then who stole the Infinity Gauntlet after the Soul Stone was obtained? Thanos. It didn't have to be his sacrifice to get the Soul Stone, is all I'm saying. They could have written around it if they wanted to. But no, they wanted to show, they were trying to do like, oh, Thanos is conflicted, but deep down he does truly care. And it's like, the man lived, like one of the daughters of Gamora, he literally tore her apart physically and replaced her with cybernetic parts when she wasn't performing as expected. Don't you fucking argue with me that that's love. It's not. And like Gamora was on the receiving end of some of that. She does have some cybernetics, which means she wasn't exempt. She just had less. So, anyways, sorry, I'm getting impassioned. point is, if you like, I'm not opposed to the idea of the soul stone being like a, you know, you have to have a sacrifice before you get your soul stone or whatever. But I am opposed to. He was not. Thanos was trying to. Oh, he's trying to save the universe. My butt. I think, like, let's be clear. I think Thanos is a compelling villain. He's ultimately a hypocrite, in my opinion. It is interesting when you deal with villains who think they are the heroes of their own story. And I think he's interesting from that perspective. I'm not going to say he's not interesting. But you're going to have a hard time arguing to me that he legitimately loved his daughters when he was kind of an abusive shit. Anyway. Maybe. I would say it's more the idea that power reveals. I think that, I can't remember where I heard that, but it was the idea that, like, people talk about, oh, power corrupts. No, power corrupts those who were shitty but lacked power. But when given power, the shittiness comes out. And so, I can't remember exactly what it was, but the idea was, the phrase I heard was, power reveals. And I like that more than the idea of corruption. I think I can't remember the name is Bronson something. I can't remember the name of his actor, but I think he did a good job as both. I think he did a good job as Thanos, and I think he did a good job as Cable as well. Like, I think he did a good job in both roles. Don't give me power. I'm gonna be corrupt as shit. Don't give me nothing. Yeah. We all know what happened if you give me power. I'm just going to eat cake all day. Okay, what do I want? I want to put some here. Okay. Reginald, bring me cake at once. Reginald, I want you to look at this plate. Madame, what is wrong with the plate? The plate lacks cake, Reginald. Also, it's a rather hot day, Reginald. I want my tea served chilled. Ah, oh. Didn't quite stick the way I wanted, but it should be fine. We do. 100%. All right, chat. Do you think I have put enough Artemisia on tree? There's going to be additional flowers on top of this. There's going to be yellow and purple, not yellow, pink and purple blooms. Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, no, I think we're good. I'm going to move to the next stage. First, I'm going to sneeze. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to put you over here. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to put what's left of the Artemisia back in the bag, because I'm pretty sure I need more of it later. Thank you. Oh no, my desk is now covered in blooms. This is what's getting my allergies all up. It's all this pollen. Okay, there we go. more or less cleans it up. Are cherry blossoms on Sakura? Yes. Sakura and cherry blossoms are the same thing. Just one is the Japanese word. All right, so these are the two colors we got to work with. And then the next step says I have to paint the pink ones on one side, a mix of red and white. But not all of them, just some of them. I guess we'll take. So what's the ratio? 2 red, 1 white. Okay. Oops. I dropped something on the floor. One moment, please. Here we go. Okay, so they want red and white. Yes. The girl named Sakura is if you were to completely anglify her name, she would be named Cherry Blossom. Okay, so 1 big dollop of white. I said 1 big dollop of white. Yeah, they still because honestly, going around calling someone Cherry Blossom would be a bit of a weird name, I guess. And like I have heard like even like because Toronto received as a gift from the Japanese embassy several sakura trees, and a lot of them are still referred to as sakura trees. So it doesn't seem to be something like the terms seem to be used interchangeably. They're not unheard of to be left as is. We gotta mix it. We're mixing. We're mixing. Yeah, that's Blossom would also work, but very much Naruto was translated at a time where they stopped trying to localize names, I think, because like a lot of the decisions like, oh, why the hell did you name Usagi Serena in the dub of Sailor Moon was still kind of present. So they were kind of at the stage of like, unless it was like an egregious thing, like something is going to be legitimately lost if we don't change the name, they started like leaving them as is. Oh, wow. Sorry. There we go. Painted. Now I have to let them dry. Oh, that was a little paint all glommed up there. And then just make sure. Oops. I may have used too much paint. I made a little stencil. Hello, Knox. Happy Canada Day. How are you? Yeah. I hear you on that. No, I'm getting white paint on my fingy. Oh, for anyone out there who happens to have access to Netflix, I don't know if it's on outside Netflix's, but at least on the Canadian Netflix, they have started broadcasting a show called Great Canadian. Like it's a miniature competition, and they're all like working on like miniature scale doll houses is like the theme of the competition, and it's I like watching it. Hello, Rice. Canada has its own day. We're making progress. We have painted the tree, and now we are putting flowers on the tree. Yeah, it was the first episode was like building the exterior, and everyone was doing like different themes. The idea was supposed to be like a house with a story, and it was actually like this one like sweet little old lady, and she's like, "Oh, I'm making a castle that a brother and sister wizard live in, and they're raising a baby dragon together." And I'm like, "That's such a lovely narrative. Like that's so cute." And then like other people is like, "This is the New York penthouse I want to live in," and it's like boring. Let's go back to the sweet old lady with her little dragon tower. And they had like this other like British dude, and he's like doing like his miniature idea was a theater that's been renovated into a home, and I thought that was really cool too. Yeah. All right, there seems to be sticked flowers where you want. Let God guide you. Okay. Boop, a flower. Can dragons have desserts? I don't know. Well, Serene says yes. I think the gemstones thing was an MLP thing. Happy Canada Day, Serene. I'm gonna put this one right here. Boop. Gotta clean up all that stuff. I mean, dragon lore's been all over the place for many years, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the only one that does it. I mean, I dropped it. I just grabbed a toothpick. There's a little like glue thread in here that I gotta get out. Out. Aha!
Look at that, little flowers. Happy little flowers.
Ah, nope. Okay, we ripped that one, so we don't use that one. Separate ways by journey? Very possible.
Little flowers.
Oh man, it's already 3:30 and it's like, I'm still on flowers. Ah, well. It's not a race. It's a marathon. Well, that branch looks good. I like that. And then how it should have ended is like the chair of his chair. Yeah, there you go. See? Silver Knight gets it. Okay, why am I just getting Ghost over and over? I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like Ghost, but not the only band on my playlist. This song's about me. No, they're so okay, so this is the last Ghost song for a while. Sorry, just checking my playlist. It is I believe the singer is European. I don't know what country. He likes to try and stay anonymous, so that didn't really end up working out for him. And the band is a revolving set of session musicians. So like at one point, I think like the guitarist of the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, was on the drums for a while. So like it rotates around. And they call them the session bands are called like Nameless Ghouls. Still alive, but that's a bird. I do like how the flowers are like looking on the. They're little cute. They're little cute flowers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it was comic book accurate, he would have been like, I do this in the name of that hot girl death over there. And they'd be like, what? Which, I mean, the funny thing is, I find like it's so funny. They're like, oh, they'll never introduce Death. And then meanwhile, if you watch Agatha all along, guess who's the main character? That, whoops, Death. And it was a hot girl. So, womp womp. Also, spoilers for Agatha all along if you haven't watched it. Pew, 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 pew. Not that one. I took too long to get the glue down.
I took too long. The glue gun glued too fast.
Gotta go fast with the glue gun. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Flowers.
Much glue gun feathers. Rainbow Dash does have a very cool mane. Ah, 3. No. I do say the bang covering eye, high fashion. 10 out of 10. Good fashion idea. Don't worry about visibility. Nobody does anymore. Ouch. Ouch. That's okay. I'm just going to passively be over here being cool. No worries. Mine's practical, so I generally don't do it to chase fashion, but Yes, I did, and I forgot to do without you. Yeah, it's true. Fashion is indeed a cycle, as evidenced by the stupid Y2K pants being back. Pull up your pants. I don't want to see your underwear. I don't. No one wants to see my underwear either. Well, Shaka Punk showing up today, too. I mean, my Spotify just thinks I'm French now. It's true. Flower, come back. Oh, that's too much. It's true. Yeah. It could be. I mean, I suspect it's because of all the Claire Obscure, and because I've been seeing it a bit on my ads as well, where they're like en français, and it's like, no, I just like Claire Obscure. And I know also, like, over the years, my sister, because I think I mentioned before, she studied French, and she teaches it now. And the she did a year in France, and she got into a bunch of like French bands and things like that. And as a result, she kind of got me into a few of them too. It would be interesting to see my sister's reaction to Claire Obscure. But she doesn't come to my streams because she's too cool for them. And that's okay. I'm not mad about it at all. That's true. Yeah, video games can have good lessons. It's more my sister is what was the way that Grimm put it? So the funny thing is that growing up, my sister was into a lot of like video games and anime and things like that. But she kind of hit a point in her life where she realized this was at a period where it wasn't cool yet to like anime, whatever. You were a nerd and things like that. And she wanted to be one of the cool kids. And so she buried all her nerdness. And so now she's like, she watched things like all the popular stuff like Survivor or whatever. I don't know what shows are popular right now, but like every so often, like you'll talk with her about something, and like you'll be like, "Oh, the nerd ain't gone. You're just hiding it really good." My biggest threat to her was always because during the worst parts of her nerddom, as she would put it, she did cosplay. I have photos of the cosplay. And then I told her, I'm like, there's one big rule that you're going to have to abide by. And that is when I do my maid of honor speech at your wedding, I'm going to show photos of your cosplays. And she's like, no, how dare you? You can't. I'm like, why not? That's where I need to show them at your wedding. Anyways, then she had the audacity to get married during COVID. So pfft. Oh no, your migraine. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Lenneth. Oh. I don't know enough about Lalaboos, the Boogoos, to know what you're talking about. For those who are happy with what they've gotten, I applaud you. For those who are unengaged, cool. Zaboobies. I'm gonna clean out all these feathers. Where'd my toothpick go? Where is my toothpick? Where have you gone? Toothpick, come back. I have to clean. Oh, fine, I'll use scissors. There we go. The blah. The buggers. Yeah, I mean, they're fine. I see them like, yeah, if that's your thing, go for it. But, eh. Now, it's possible I just haven't seen the right one yet. That speaks to me. Yeah, let's hope I don't. Yeah. The easiest thing is I just don't. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. And that's probably the best way to do it. Like, this isn't like, this is like the next Beanie Baby or whatever. And at a certain point, get the ones you want, not the ones that you think are going to necessarily have value, or, don't try to be completionist about it. Just moderation in all things. Mm. Well, fair enough, yeah. There might be some niche of the Laboyo community. I'm sorry, I'm going to say the word wrong every time. The blue girl. No, wait, no, that's something completely different. Hey, don't look that up. Yeah, me too. Oh no, I knocked a flower off. Where did I knock the flower off from? Oh no, where did it fall off from so I could put it back on its home? Oh, I think it was you. I think that was this spot. Le cordon bleu. Yeah, there you go. That's not what they're called. Whatever. The bird. No, that's where I got my ass handed to me. Womp womp. Womp womp. Oh no, that was just ripping up. Okay, no. I will say the best environmental joke on that was Patches is summoned, Patches leaves. That was good. I appreciate that. Patches like, no. And then he's like, no. Oh, you actually like you see it? Oh, fun. Nah, we gotta do a training montage. Radon's having too much. Radon is kind of kicking our buttsies. Oh, really? Yeah, that's funny. So, like, look at me, and he's like, oh, fuck no. He's like, I'm 100% gonna help. No, I'm not. Change my mind. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing? Lantern, why are you crooked? No. 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 It's not how gravity works. All right. I should probably start putting in some of the purple ones to get it mixed up. But Then just wait, no. It's like, why? Where have you summoned me? Oh, fuck no. Can I get a hell no? Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to justify. I mean, I've participated. Oh, wait, no. Careful with that flower. I've done my share of, like, dumb blind box shit over the years, so. So funny thing about this one, Health, I don't know if it actually appeared in the game or not, but the official music video for one of Health's songs is Signalis. And I was like, hey, I know that game. Flora played it on stream.
It's got lesbians in it. Lesbian robots.
Enjoy your thing. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hello back. Welcome back, Tater. Yeah, you shouldn't necessarily make broken things more dangerous. That's not safe. This isn't the song that Heath or Health did a Signalis song for. It was I can't remember what it's called. I forget already. I'm like, this song's cool. I should tell Flora about it. Immediately forgets. I'm running out of flowers. We can switch over to purple next. Oh my god, it's 4 o'clock. I've spent 2 hours putting flowers on a tree. Yeah, I know. How fast time fly. Boop, boop, boop. Boss is DOS. Oh, is it the Japanese version? Aha. Have you ever done such a perfect? It's in your hand now. I ran out of pink. Yeah, I did. Okay. Now we have to do purple. This is the way my life goes. Some would said I am such a foolish girl. Who cares? It's better than without a light. Sometimes I need someone to hold me tight. Explain me what is justice, what is right. I completely forgot what the lyrics are. It's like I haven't sung it in a while. Now we're putting on Purple Flowers. Wait a minute, it's all been done before. How long it takes to do it all over again? One by one. Have you ever thought such a day would come? Shut up your wording. Forget about those words. Show me your smile, how charming. Go home and kiss your mommy. Somehow I hate to see you lie at night. I know how dumb I am, but so are you. Okay, that one's good and stuck. Oh, I thought Feral Beast was back. She's not. Oh, hello, Atsumori. How you doing? Happy Canada Day. How are you doing today? I'm making a tree. I'm putting on all the flowers. It's long. It's taking a while. Someone to hold me tight. Explain me what is justice, what is right. Somehow I hate to see you lie at night. I know how dumb I am, but so are you. You laugh and cry at once. Oh, that flower got stuckies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Flower be free? Oh, well. You live back there now, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to clean up all the little glue gun threads. I don't regret switching over to glue gun to do this, but the threads are annoying. I do like the look with both the purple and the it's a nice look overall. I'm seeing it start to come together. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too much. You live here now. That's too much glue. How are we doing up here? Oh, I see what's happening. The glue strip is misbehaving. What do we do? There we go. The glue stick is not behaving properly, so we have to force it to behave. Ah. Threads. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm like in concentrated flower mode. But I hope everyone doing okay. As I affix more flowers to this majestic tree. Is this where flowers are supposed to go? I don't really know. But they go here now. It is a magical cafe, and the tree is likewise magical, and its leaves don't have to follow the conservation of nature. It's okay. There's so much glue. So many threads. I'm going to be like hours from now being like, what do I feel like spider webs on me? And it's like, it's a glue thread. Oh, well. Oh, well. The sacrifices we make for our art. Slipping away. Repo. Chat, have you seen Repo? It's a musical about the repossession of organs because everyone is deeply in debt. It has nothing to do with capitalism. I am lying. It has Anthony Stewart Head from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he sings in it. Oh, I didn't. I took too long with the glue. Oh, you met him at a con once? Oh, that's cool. What was he like? Oh, that's good. That's good. Funny enough, I learned about it because Sarah Brightman's in it, and that's how I found out about it. Because I was a Showtunes brat growing up. Also, partially, my music teacher was a Showtunes brat. Only living out our life. Tea time. Oh, nice. Very nice. I have to say that's one thing that's always a bit disappointing now about like the lack of like physical media is like it's so hard now to be like, oh, I want to show you this thing unless you're unless you're able to like go over to like like if it's not on Netflix or if it's not on whatever, and if you don't have the right subscription, oh well, I guess I can't show it to you then. Sorry. You can't just bring the DVD over, Oops. Oh no, I took too long again. It's funny if your only exposure to like Anthony Stewart Head is like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then seeing him in like this, where he's like using a person as a meat puppet in one of the songs. It's like, oh, oopsie. This is from Romeo and Juliet. Yes, for sure. Like I would say it's like one of those ones where it's like it's gory, but it's not like it's that point where it goes past gore, where it's just like it's just meat. Down your feet. I'm trying to think if I need to do more. I think I need to put some more on the ends of trees. Yeah. Like this one's good. Oh, I think I lost a flower there too. All right, well I can make purple in there. No, definitely a spot there. 1 second.
Get out of there. There we go. Do I need more flowers? I mean, the answer could always be yes, but oh, I do need to. I see that I have to fix some of the paint job because my fingies have rubbed off some of the painty. Life is hard. All right, well, we can fix that. And then, yeah, I think we will leave the tree as done, and then we will come. We will have to. I'll probably do some cleanup of all these little threads. Okay. That down for a second. And then do a little more painty. Painta. CanCon. Get that CanCon in for Cananana today. Does that cover all the spots that got worn? Nope. Okay. We have one completed lovely tree. I think it turned out pretty good. And now we gotta put it over here. Ah, sorry. Ah, nope. There we go. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. I'm gonna put that over here to dry. Gotta hide the wire so the cat doesn't try to eat it. Hide the wire. Hide the wire. There. Okay. And I'm going to unplug the glue gun because I don't think I'm going to need it for the next little bit. A tree. And then we put the glue gun away so it can't hurt you. All right. What is up? Don't knock over the glue gun. Okay. Next step. Oh, we're making roots. I have to trim more of this stuff. Okay. So we've made the tree, and now we have to make the root system for the tree. I thought it was free of tree. I was wrong. Oh well, hopefully it's a quick project. What do we need? 4 pieces of 90 millimeters, 3 pieces of 85, 3 of 70, and 2 of 50. Time for the ruler. Ruler, come forth.
Okay. My nose is itchy. Okay. 90. One. I should do 4 more. That's coming through. Feels like heaven's coming down. Feels like heaven's coming down. And then okay, so there we go. 4 pieces of 90. And then what's left of this one? Oh, it could be also 90, but we don't need 90, but we do need an 85. So we will do this one of 85. Just an itty bitty snippy. Ittle bittle snipple. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by music. And wires. Ugh. I wonder if I should go back to this game. This is from a game called Caligula Effect, the sequel specifically. It was about the Matrix if it was run by Hatsune Miku. It was done by the guy who originally worked on Persona 1 and 2, but then he left Atlas when they did Persona 3. Because he got mad. It's true, music can be a good distraction. Okay, so I need 3 pieces. So 1 more. Sorry, second one, and then 1 more. Okay, next is 3 pieces of 70. It's going to be very intricate roots. I know there's always like these narratives about like if the Matrix, like, you know, if you were found out you were living in a Matrix, would you want to go to the real world? And like as I get older, the answer is increasingly becoming no. Let me stay in the Matrix. Especially if the Matrix has central air conditioning. Yeah, no. At least in the games, the Vocaloid was not in charge of enforcement. She had like a group of like just for those who aren't aware, like Miku, the big idea with Miku is that you have people compose using the program, and then they are kind of like, you know, essentially they're all Miku composers. So the idea is that in this Matrix world, the people who compose for the Vocaloid are basically her enforcer group. And they have like titles and shit like that. Two pieces of 50, okay. And I think for this game, they actually went to like some well-known Miku composers and basically said like, hey, can you compose for the, you know, for the quote-unquote idol that we've made for Caligula Effect, please. Okay, that's all made. What is the next step? We're finally turning the page. Okay. All right. Oh. This is complicated. Okay, let's go back to step 1. Oh, just cut the pieces. Okay. And then they're just like, fucking twist it. Figure it out. Where does every piece go? Yeah, truth take forever. Because yeah, there's like 3 A's, a B, and a C. They're just like fucking twist them, fucking figure it out. So is it 2 sets of roots? Yeah, okay, it is 2 sets of roots. So okay, so root A is an AAA BBC. Okay. 3 A's. Two B's. And a C. And then they're like fucking figure it out from there. And then the other one is, oh Lord. It looks like it basically says twist them all together. Sorry, I'm just going to bring the instructions back out to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Okay, so it looks like Huh. So it looks like you twist all the big ones together and then C gets twisted onto B. How much is 60? Okay. So I think we'll just twist 2 together and then we'll just add more on it. Okay, so then okay, so A. No, wait, no, it's too much. Eh. Oh, wait. Yeah, these pieces got bent. I didn't want them to. My bookie got bent. Okay, one more. put this one too high up. Okay. Ugh. There we go. These roots are very complicated. Ugh. Okay. You gotta kind of wiggle them out now, make them all root-y. Wiggly, wiggly. Wiggly, wiggly. There. That is a system of roots. There. Don't know if that came out rooty, but I'm calling it rooted. Okay. And then root system 2. C, C, D, D, A, B. So I guess we'll take A. And then it looks like it gets tangled up with B a long ways. Eh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so there we go. And then it looks like C and C. All right, let me bring this up closer for a second. Ugh. I see. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. Not twisting well. Okay. Stay. Got that piece. I will say this is probably still quicker than growing my own tree. Ha 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 ha. Hee hee. Imagine that. Welcome to the Dungeon Lounge. You're here to watch this tree grow. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's gonna be hard to twist. Make my fingy owie. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, I chipped my nail. Boo. There we go. Okay. Okay. So the next step is to paint both of these the same brown color that we painted the tree. So we can do that. I'm just gonna do one additional twisty. They're a little. There we go. There we go. Make that a little more secure. All right. Penton. You thought we were free for painting? No. Never free from painting. More painting. Painting every day. All day, every day. Okay. Wait. Hydrate. I need more paint. Oh, don't tell Sasha I didn't have the burr machine. There we go. More paint. We'll do this one first. Nope. I mean, that is kind of the point of the minis. Like, if I were doing Warhammer or anything else, I would be painting, so I shouldn't complain. This is the life. This is what you signed up for with miniatures. You signed up to paint things. Sorry. More focus. Oop, too much paint. Too much paint. I need to paint the tip now. Where my fingies are. Where my fingies have gone. There we go. Roots. Roots too. Dainty fingers. Ugh. I really don't know how this brown was expected to last the whole set. Like, I mean, I had my own set, so I'm not complaining. Like, I had my own brown to supplement, but like, man, I feel like if you were just working off what came with the kit, you would end up short, and that would be annoying. Gotta fix that nail after. Ugh, a little chipped. I missed a spot. I missed a spot. I have to wait for it to dry a little bit before I can paint the missing spot. Hello, Leo. Happy Tuesday and happy Canada Day. How are you? Hello, hello. It's me, Elizabeth. I'm painting. About to go sleep? Ah, good. Sleep is good. Get them naps in. Well then. Reginald, why is this cafe not complete yet? Why do we have to do the entire root system of this forsaken tree? Roots go under the ground, Reginald. We're not supposed to see them. And I don't have my tea yet, Reginald. They're so busy with the construction of this blasted cafe. I'm not feeling magical, Reginald. If this is just some Twitter witch vibes, Reginald, I shall be grossly displeased. You have to for a bit. The Duchess is someone you cannot just summon at will, Leo. The Duchess has her own schedule to maintain. Reginald, I require that you educate Leo on what is proper at this venue for words. What is it? That's a really good question. I don't know. I suspect. Okay. I suspect the Duchess's favorite tea is like something like she calls it like a very like bougie, like she wants like a very bougie tea, but in the end she can't tell the difference because she puts in so much cream and sugar she can't actually tell the difference at the end of the day what tea she has. But she's like, oh, it must be, a black tea with leaves harvested from the highest mountain peaks. It's true. The Duchess is drama. All right. I have painted the roots. They're off to the side drying. All right, back there. So, oh wow. Oh no! Oh no, the brown paint got on my mat. Oh no, I should have put a mat down and I didn't. I was naughty. And now there's paint everywhere. Oh no, there's little dots. I did a bad. If a Chinese child didn't die for this tea, I don't want it, Reginald. The best tea harvested by the finest child labor. Okay, now the Duchess is really mean. Okay. All right. I mean, I might be able to figure out something. It should just be, it's water acrylic paint, so it should, I don't think I need to go to the trouble of a full-on new desk mat, but I might be able to wash this. But I think that's going to be an off-stream project. Yeah, the Duchess has gone too far. All right. We got about 9 minutes left. I think I can do a little bit more. I've got the stairs next, which looks like the next steps are trimming and gluing on some paper cuts. So I think we can do that quickly before stream is over. The staircases. We're getting there. That's Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth of Bathory, the Blood of Orphans. The Duchess isn't going to steal someone else's stick. So we got these thingies, the stairs. All right, and then paper cuts next. There we go. There we go. Okay, so one of these is supposed to go on one and then one on the other. So I think this one matches to this one. Yeah. This one matches to this one. That means this one should match to this one. Well, it's kind of a little high, but I think it's because it has to be trimmed down. Oh, I don't want to. Hello, Feral Beast. Welcome back. I see you're here to cause trouble on purpose just before the end of stream. Hello. You want to say hello to everyone? You want to say hi? The presume is that's true. I don't know if you're still here, Lou, but you can say hello, Feral Beast. Okay. You know what? Maybe we won't work on the stairs today. Maybe we'll just have Feral Beast time. Right? Say hi, Feral Beast. Knock over my stuff, Feral Beast. Yeah, doing what Feral Beast does. Ew. There, move your butt.
Yo, look at you. You're so cute. Yes, you are, kitty. Yes,
Say
you
hello.
are.
Say hello. Scratch your chin. Scratch your ears. What Feral Best does, Beast. True enough. Good. Good. There we go. Yeah. Say hello. I see it has been 5 minutes since we were blessed with your presence, so now you are back. Scrub your chin. No, no one can see that. Say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. What feral? The thing is because it's like I'm used to saying feral beast, so having feral best does beast like that. Like it throws off my logic where it's like because I want to be like what feral beast does best. Heavy metal music for petching the kitschy. No. Epic guitars.
Oh, a soft baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
Oof. Please don't kick me. No. Oh, that's so fucking adorable. All curled up. Oh. Yeah, no more work's getting done. This is the rest of stream. When you type it out, it's not the same. It's not the same tongue twister. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can do it. What feral best does beast. 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 Ha! I did it. Oh, I can feel like feral beast like rumbling and vibrating in different ways as she purrs. He. Any wisdom you want to share with us, feral beast, before the end of stream? I mean, I know like sometimes my ability to like do tongue twisters is very situational because like there's some words that I can say okay without any issues, but like other times I can't do it well. Like the word cinnamon. Okay, I was able to say it there. But there's other times where I cannot say the word cinnamon and it just becomes like cinnamon or like cinnamon. Like it just I can't get my tongue over the double N's and it just goes cinnamon. Ooh. That would be nice. I'll be staring into the void. Or rather over there. Over there. There, I'm pointing over there. What do you see over there, feral beast? I will say, like, feral beast and her sister are both like shoulder cats. Like when I'm sitting, they'll come sit on my lap. But like, if they want to be carried, they don't want to be carried like babies. They want to be carried over the shoulder. Yeah. Everyone's got their challenge words. Apparently, for Benedict Cumberbatch, it's penguin. My fingies are covered in painty. Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. You doing good, feral beast? I will say next week should be an exciting stream of miniing because here, I'll show you. So like once we finish this work on the stairs, we start putting all the dooley bobs, all the tiny little things that I made, we start putting them on things and gluing them in their homes. And they become finalized things like a table and a flower pot and that table. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to all start coming together. All right. I should probably start wrapping up now. Yeah, woo, assembly. All right. But I should probably start wrapping up now. It is almost 5 o'clock. I'm definitely not going to get any more work done. But yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys all stopping by on the Canada Day stream to hang out with me. And thank you so much. And hopefully get to see you next week or one of our other streams. Let me just get the schedule out. Yeah, I'll do my best to enjoy the rest of my day off, and thank you for that. I'll leave Feral Beast here. There we go. Schedule. You may still see Feral Beast. Tomorrow, Flora's going to be back at her usual time, 2 p.m., to play some more Lies of P Overture. Maybe she's going to training montage her way to that boss, the weird puppet lady boss. And then Thursday will be more Flora with 9 Souls. Though she did note both streams are subject to any construction work going to resolve all the stupid sewer stuff that happened at her place. And then I'll be back on Friday, 8 p.m. with more Claire Obscure Expedition the 33rd to fight me some Axons. No stream on Saturday, but Sunday. It's going to be all 3 members of the Dungeon Lounge. Sasha is supposed to be available, so we're going to do something. We have not figured out what that something is yet. But yeah. And yeah. So that takes care of all that. I see Nightbot is already nightbotting, so I ain't going to worry about they yet. But let's go find somewhere to raid. And yeah, thank you again for joining. Have a great rest of your day. If you're celebrating Canada Day, have a great Canada Day. If you're celebrating a different day, have a great one of those days. And then I'm going to find that song and I'm going to link it. All right. Who's live? Who is live? Wow, a lot of people are playing Date Everything. I want to be playing Date Everything, but that'll be different for me. Yeah, Dungeon Lounge Day on Sunday. All right, well, let's go over and bother Zerain, who is currently playing some Pikmin 3, little babies. Let me just... Tsundere. Oh, that is definitely a thing. Alright. So yep, please give Zerain a warm welcome on behalf of the Dungeon Lounge, and have a great rest of your day. And thank you again for joining. Hopefully we get to see you at one of our other streams. And boop. A boop. Wait for that raid to count on down. All right, off we go. Bye, everybody.